Alright, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another video for everyone. And today, in this video, what I have for everyone is my full review of the Earfun Air truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Now, I've been using these earbuds for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm going to share with everyone in this full review. So hopefully by the end of the video, you guys and gals know whether or not if these earbuds are worth picking up. Okay? So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds. Now, build quality wise, these bad boys are built primarily out of your plastic materials, but they do have your metal grills behind the earbuds. Okay, so no mesh grill, no plastic grill, you have a metal grill and then a plastic body. Alright, so in terms of the build, I have to say the build on these is really good. It's very lightweight and comfortable, especially for extended listening sessions. And overall, I've had almost no issues with the build. Okay, if there was one issue that I had with the build, it would have to be the build materials. I am not a fan of this glossy, slippery plastic, and you can see this glossy, slippery plastic material here picks up a ton of fingerprints and is very hard to get a hold of sometimes. So that's probably my only gripe with the overall build. Other than that, the build of these earbuds is really good. Now, moving on and talking about the overall design. You can see this is the typical STEM style design of earbuds, and I gotta say, I'm kind of happy with this design. Okay, it's a pretty good design. If there was any one gripe that I had with the design, however, it has a built-in gyro sensor on the back of the earbuds. So this bad boy here has a sensor built into it, and that kind of gives you that pause and play functionality when you put the earbuds in your ears and when you take the earbuds out of your ears. Now, I understand why that feature might be convenient, but it's kind of a hindrance for some of the stuff that I like to do on a daily basis. And I have to say, that's probably one of the only downsides to the design on these earbuds. And notice how I said one of the only. That's because, yes, typically the touch controls are a little bit of a problem for me, but the touch controls on these earbuds aren't too bad. They're not bad at all. Alright, so if there was any one issue with the design, it would have to be that integrated sensor to pause and play whatever you are playing when you have the earbuds in your ears. Other than that, no issues with the overall design. So the design on these is really good as well. Alright, let's keep it moving. So overall, when we talk about the build quality and design, I would have to say it's really good on both fronts. Not the best I've seen, but really good. Alright, let's go now. Up next, let's dive into the core features on these earbuds. Let's go. And in terms of core features, I have to say Earfun has done a great job with these, okay? Core feature number one, and one of my absolute favorites, is that these bad boys incorporate Bluetooth 5.0 on board, so you can truly live that hashtag wireless lifestyle. And spoiler, the Bluetooth on these is almost perfect. No issues whatsoever with the Bluetooth. Core feature number two, these bad boys are IPX7, waterproof and sweat resistant, so these should work no problems for your extended workouts in the gym or your extended runs on the road. And I've had no issues in terms of water resistance with these, so I can indeed vouch for that. I did take these on a few gym workouts, and I did take them on a few walks. Didn't have any issues. I did get caught in a few storms, and it still works perfectly fine. So really happy to see that IPX7 waterproofing and sweat resistance rating. Core feature number four, and this was the main reason why I decided to pick these up. These bad boys do incorporate 4 microphones into the earbuds on the whole. Now that's 4 microphones, 2 on each earbud, okay? One is for voice clarity and one is for background noise reduction. And I gotta say, in terms of the microphone performance, we're gonna expand on this a little bit later on. It was good for the most part. I'm going to expand on that in a little bit. So really happy to see that we have some pretty good microphone performance. and not bad, not bad at all. The next core feature, and this was a big one because I found myself using it a lot, these bad boys do incorporate quick charge, so they are touting that 10 minutes of charge should give you 2 hours of usage, and I can indeed vouch for that. It's all about where you decide to put the volume at with the earbuds. Now, in my particular instance, I was actually able to get about 3 hours on a 10-minute charge, but that's at keeping the earbuds at 35% volume. But I can indeed vouch for that. 10 minutes of charge will indeed get you 2 hours of usage. Alright? So that's core feature number 4 or 5. I'm losing count at this point. The next core feature is these earbuds do indeed incorporate wireless charging into the charging case. So these are truly wireless earbuds, because when you need to charge them up, you do have the option to use the USB Type-C cable, or you can just have, if you have a wireless charging pad, you could drop them down on the wireless charging pad and you're good to go. So really happy to see that Earfun did indeed put in wireless charging on these, making these a truly wireless pair of earbuds on every aspect. So that's a really solid core feature right there. And the other core feature, they do incorporate USB Type-C. Say it with me, y'all. Y'all know what I'm going to say. USB Type-C, all the things, one cable to rule them all. Yes, thank you, Earfun. Now when I'm leaving the house, I just need one cable for my devices, one cable for my earphones, and we good. I love it. I love it a lot. So that's a really solid core feature right there as well. And my all-time favorite core feature on these. Yes. Y'all already know what I'm about to say because I harp on this one a lot. These earbuds do give you the ability to use one earbud at a time, or use both earbuds together. Blah, blah. Alright? And you can seamlessly switch between either earbud. I'm going to show y'all that a little bit later on in the video. Alright? So that to me is one of my favorite all-time Bluetooth earbud features, and I feel like all Bluetooth earbuds need to have that feature. The ability to use one earbud at a time or both earbuds together. Really good stuff there, Earfun. Really good stuff indeed. Alright? And that essentially goes over all of the core features. And as I said, it's a really solid core feature set on these. Let's keep it moving now. Let's go. Up next now, let's dive a little bit more into my overall thoughts on the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass. And if you want a more in-depth look and a more in-depth explanation as to why I feel the way I feel about the sound quality, the volume, and the bass, please feel free to check out my fit and sound demo. I'll link it up down below in the video description. But in terms of the overall sound quality, volume, and the bass, I have to say these earbuds are really good. The sound quality is very crisp and clear with no distortion on the low or the high ends of the volume spectrum. In terms of volume, these bad boys get really loud, and especially with the overall fit, you can easily drown out your surroundings to fully submerge yourself into whatever you're listening to with the earbuds. So the overall sound quality and volume is pretty much top notch. Now, the weaker point of these earbuds would have to be the bass. Now, when I say weak point, that doesn't necessarily mean the bass is bad. It's just it's not as punchy as I would have liked it to have been. Overall, I would say the bass is balanced, really nicely balanced overall. But, you know, your boy is a bass lover, and I kind of really like that extra punch. And it's kind of lacking in that little bit of extra punch in terms of the bass. But overall, I had to say the bass is very nicely balanced. So overall, when we talk about the sound quality, the volume, and the bass on the whole, it's really good. Really good indeed. Alright, now let's keep it moving now. Let's try and get this video done as fast as possible. Up next, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall mic quality, or i.e. the microphone performance of the earbuds. And this was an area where I kind of got a mixed report. Okay, now on my end, and just for reference, I took a bunch of phone calls, I dictated a bunch of text messages, I dictated a bunch of emails with these earbuds, I interacted with various different devices via my voice assistant with these earbuds, and it worked pretty much perfectly, almost perfectly, except for on certain phone calls. Alright, now I did a bunch of different phone calls, and some callers said I sounded very crisp, clear, and loud, and it was as if I don't have it, as if I'm not using a Bluetooth earbud. Whereas other callers said I kind of sounded far away, but it was still very crisp and clear. It just sounded a little far away. And then other callers said I sounded kind of echoey. So it's like, I kind of want to say, 7 out of 10 times you might have a good experience. So it's good microphone performance, in my opinion, at least when we talk about phone calls. That's very important for me because I do take a lot of phone calls. So, kind of a little bit sad there, but it still does work the way it's supposed to. Again, there's a lot of things that go into call quality and call performance, especially with Bluetooth earbuds. There's connectivity, there's cellular connectivity and coverage. A bunch of different things go into that. So, kind of a mixed bag there, but overall the microphone performance was good. Alright, it was good. Alright, so moving on now, let's now dive into the overall steps to pair up the earbuds. Alright, and as I always say, these steps will work across any Bluetooth compatible device. So as long as the device that you're trying to connect these earbuds up to has Bluetooth, you should be good to go. But it will look a little bit different depending on the device and the OS that you're using. So it's going to look, connecting it up on Android is going to look very different than connecting it up on iOS, which will look very different than connecting it up on Windows or Linux. But the overall general steps are the same. Alright, now in this video here today, I will be demonstrating on an Android device. So if you have an Android tablet, you have an Android PC box, you have an Android phone, these steps are going to work and you just follow right along. If you have a Windows or a iOS device, still going to be the same general concept. It just may look a little bit different depending. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into these steps now. Let's go. Now, the first two things you need to decide are whether or not you want to use one earbud at a time or you want to use both earbuds together. Okay, next, and this is kind of a downside, you do need to use the case to power on the earbuds and put them into pairing mode. So you do need to make sure that your earbud case is always charged. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to open up the case and we want to drop in the earbuds. So we're going to drop in the right, we're going to drop in the left, and we're going to let them charge up. Now you know they're charging because they will flash red. You see that red LED flashing there? That's how you know they're charging. Let's close the case. Right? Let that sit for a second. Then, before we pair them up, we want to prep our device. So, over on our Android device, we just want to turn on the screen. Okay? And y'all can see I already had it pre-prepped. But essentially what you would do is you would come in here. Let me turn the display down a little bit. You would come in here, swipe down twice on your notification shade to bring up your quick toggles. Tap the Bluetooth quick toggle once to turn it on. Okay? Let it turn on. Then you press and hold on the Bluetooth quick toggle to take you into the Bluetooth sub settings. Alright? Then from the Bluetooth sub settings here, you just want to tap on pair a new device right here at the top. That's going to take you into the pairing device section. And it's going to make your device scan for nearby Bluetooth devices. So you do all that and now your device is all set up and ready to go in terms of pairing up to nearby Bluetooth devices. Okay? So now your device is ready. Let's rest your device down. And now let's go back to the earbuds here. And the first thing you want to do is open up the case. They'll power on. It will flash blue. And then they'll pair up. And they will go into pairing mode. Now, whichever earbud you take out of the case first will become the master. And the other earbud will become the slave. And vice versa. But it really doesn't matter because you can use either earbud you would like. Okay? So, we open it up, it turns on, it pairs up, and then we just want to take out both earbuds. So take out the right, and we're going to take out the left. Okay? Good. Then, back on our device, I don't know if you saw it pop up, but we just want to wait till we see this right here, where it says Earfun Air. Tap on that to begin the pairing process. Okay? And then we're going to wait for this pairing confirmation dialog box to pop up. We want to confirm the pairing, and then it's going to connect up. Alright? And then you should be good to go. Now on Android, you can see your battery percentage and your connected device in two areas. In the Bluetooth connected device settings here, you can see it does tell us our active device, its device name, and the battery percentage. But if we go home and we swipe down on the notification shade again 2 times to bring up our quick toggles, we do get the same information just below the Bluetooth quick toggle. So you can see it does say Earfun Air, and it does give us our battery percentage. Alright, so good stuff there. Alright, now I just want to demonstrate how easily you can switch between using both earbuds to one earbud and vice versa. So we're going to jump into YouTube Music, and let me pull up some copyright music just in case it picks up some of the sound off the earbuds. So let me just go to my library, and we're going to go to songs, and we're going to make sure it says songs on device. And now we're going to go down to the copyright free music area. I think it's right here. Here we go. And then we're just going to let this play. Alright, so now y'all see the music is playing. Alright, and it's coming through on both earbuds. Alright, so music is playing. So it's coming through on the right, it's coming through on the left. Just that easy, right? Now let's say I was in the house jamming out, and now I want to go for a run. When I go for a run, I use one earbud at a time because I like the air that's open to the street. I don't like to have anything in my ear on the side that's open to the street. This way I can hear my surroundings and react quickly if I need to. So let's take the right earbud and let's drop it back in the case. You see, it disconnects and the music is still playing through the left. Y'all see how seamless that is? The music didn't even stop playing, not even once. That was pretty much instant. There was no delay whatsoever. So it's just that easy to switch to using one earbud. And you know, vice versa, if we want to go back to stereo mode, just take the right earbud back out. It's going to reconnect. And then now we're back into stereo mode. Just that easy. It reconnected, it flashed, and we're back into stereo mode here. And you can see the music is still playing. Alright? And we could do the same thing with the left. So if we pick up the left earbud and we want to drop the left earbud in the case, it disconnects and you can see the music is still playing. So very seamless transition between stereo mode and independent mode, and this is what I like to see. Again, great job, Earfun. You guys did a great job. Alright, now what I'm going to do for the next portion of the video, because I want to demonstrate this in a little bit of a different way, I'm going to cut in a previous recording that I did into this portion of the video, and then we're going to come back and finish up the video here. Okay, so this next portion, we're going to be going over the Bluetooth earbud button controls, and then I'll be right back. So I hope y'all enjoy this real quick. Alright everyone, so in this portion of the video, I just wanted to demonstrate the button controls for the Earfun Air Bluetooth earbuds. So as you can see, I do have them in my ears. Alright, and I do have it connected up to my Google Pixel 2 XL. And I do have some music queued up here. And let's go ahead and briefly run through the button controls. Now, we do have almost a full-featured set of controls. The only control we're missing here is the ability to go to the previous track and restart the track. That's the only feature we're missing with these earbuds, alright? So let's dive into these features real quick and these button controls on these Bluetooth earbuds. Let's go. Now, starting off, we do have play pause functionality on either earbud. To do this, to either play or pause the music, you just need to double tap the right earbud to play, and double tap either the right or the left to pause. So let's demonstrate this real quickly here. So you can see I'm not touching anything. Alright, now let's double tap. Starts playing. And let's double tap again. Okay. And it pauses. And that was the right earbud. Let's do the same thing for the left. Double tap. Okay. Double tap again. Okay. And it pauses. Just that easy. Now, let's go ahead and say you want to go to the next track. Well, that's real easy as well. To go to the next track, you just triple tap the right earbud. Okay. So let's demonstrate this real quickly. So let's play the music. Okay, and let's go to the next track. Just like that. Okay, let's do it again. Alright, next track. Last time. Just like that. So you can see triple tap on the right earbud takes you to the next track. Now, the next feature we have here is we do have volume controls. So you just press and hold on the right earbud for volume up, and you press and hold on the left earbud for volume down. So let's demonstrate this real quick. Let's go. So let's volume down first. Press and hold on the left. And you see the volume going down. Okay. Now let's say you want to turn it up. Press and hold on the right. Volume going up. Just like that. Put that back down. Okay, so we do have full featured volume controls here. And now, for the last feature, we do have the ability to call upon our voice assistant just by, triple tapping the left earbud. Okay, so that will work for Siri and that will work for Google. Alright, let me demonstrate that here. So let's go ahead and check the weather today in Palm Bay. Let's go. What's the weather like today in Palm Bay? There you have it. And the music was playing when I did that. And that does pause the music. So let's jump back. And once you jump back to the music, it starts playing. Now let's see if that works without music playing. So let me pause it. Okay, music is paused. Now let's triple click the left. What's the weather like today in Palm Bay? Okay. Alright. Okay. And there you guys and gals have it. That pretty much goes over all of the Bluetooth earbud button controls. Now I'm going to cut back to the rest of the main part of the video, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the content. See y'all in a second. Alright, so we are back now. I hope y'all enjoyed that real quick clip. Alright? And now let's continue on with the rest of the video here. So let me take this back out the case. Alright? And let's go ahead and disconnect this. Don't need this connected anymore. Alright? Now when you disconnect the earbuds, they do go back into pairing mode. And if you don't connect up anything to them, after about 10 to 15 seconds, they will power off. Okay? Just to save on battery. Okay? But that pretty much goes over the Bluetooth earbud button controls and the pairing steps. I hope you guys and gals found that helpful. Now, let's continue on with the rest of the video. Let's go. Could leave this in the frame. It's not hurting nobody. Now, the next thing I want to go over with everyone is I want to go over my overall opinions on the Bluetooth performance in terms of the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, in terms of the overall Bluetooth range, again, we're using Bluetooth 5.0, and it has a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And in terms of the range, as long as my connected device was within that dedicated range, I didn't have any issues. So the overall Bluetooth range and subsequently the overall Bluetooth strength is top notch. Didn't have any issues whatsoever. Okay, so good stuff there. Next, let's now move on to the overall durability. Now this is a big one for me because your boy is Mr. Super clumsy. Y'all know how we do. It's just a matter of time before I drop these things. And this product here is no different. So in terms of the durability, I would have to say I did a little bit better this time, y'all. I only dropped this bad boy about 2 times on your standard wood or tile surfaces. So as you can see, I got the wood floor here, and it's pretty much a combination of wood or tile throughout my home. So that's pretty much what this bad boy dropped on. And you can see, if I hold it up again, it's still in pristine condition. So no dings, no dents, no scratches, still looking perfect, still performing perfect, as if the same day that I took it out of the box. So it's still performing perfectly, and it still looks in pristine condition, even with those 2 drops. So that to me tells me that the durability on this is top notch, okay? So that doesn't mean that it's invincible. Okay, I can go drop kick it and it will survive. No, that means if you're a clumsy individual like myself and you're more apt to drop things, it will be more apt to survive. Now you still need to make sure that you are careful, because all it does take is one good drop with these and then they can potentially break. But in terms of clumsiness, the durability on them is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Alright, now, moving on now, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall battery life and the overall charge times. Okay, let's jump into the overall battery life first. Okay, let's do that. Now, before I can talk about my overall results in terms of the battery life, we do have to briefly touch on the manufacturer's estimates. So the manufacturer estimated that you will get up to 7 hours on a single charge, depending on the volume that you put these at, and you can get an additional 5 charges, including the charging case. So what does that mean? When you combine the overall usage of the buds with the additional charges, you should get up to 35 hours, including the charging case. So if you do the math there, that's 7 hours on a single charge times 5 additional charges, which will give you that number of 35 hours, including the charging case. Now this was in stereo mode usage, using both earbuds together. Now in independent mode usage, you would just double that number. So 7 sevens are 14. So that's 14 hours on a single charge, because you're using it one earbud after the other. And then you would multiply it by the 5 additional charges, and that will give you up to 70 hours, including the charging case, in independent mode. Now those are the manufacturer's estimates. Now let's get into my overall results here. Now, for reference, when I was testing these earbuds, I tested them at 35% volume and 50% volume respectively, okay? And these are the results that I got. So for me, I was averaging between 7 and 8 hours on a single charge, and that was getting me anywhere from between 29 to 32 hours, including the charging case. Now for reference, I was getting 4 additional charges from the charging case, not the 5 as advertised, but that result is an estimate, so that may vary. So I was getting 4 additional charges and not 5. So if you do the math here, 7 sevens are 14, or you're going to get 8 eights are 16. Now back to stereo mode, because I'm getting ahead of myself. So 7 hours times 4 additional charges will give you 28 hours in stereo mode on the low end, or 8 hours times 4 additional charges will give you 32 hours, including the case, in stereo mode on the high end. Alright? Now, in independent mode, you would just double those numbers. So 7 sevens are 14, and 8 eights are 16. 8 and 8, 6, yeah, 16. Alright? So, in independent mode, you're looking anywhere between 14 to 18 hours, or 14 to 16 hours, my bad. And then if you include the charging case, you're looking at anywhere between 59 hours to 70 hours, including the charging case. Alright? And that goes over my overall results and my overall battery life. Again, your results may vary depending on usage and volume, and I am what they would call an extremely heavy user, okay? So if you're a little bit of a lighter user, or you only use earbuds for specific things, your battery life may potentially be better than mine, alright? So that goes over the overall battery life on the earbuds in my opinion, okay? Now, let's now talk about the overall charge times of the buds here. Let's go. Now, for the earbuds themselves, the manufacturer quoted that these bad boys should have a charge time of 1.5 hours for the buds, and then 2 hours for the case if you charge up the case using the USB Type-C port on the back. Now, if you charge up the case using the wireless charging built-in feature, then the case is supposed to take up to 3.5 hours to reach a full charge. Alright? And then, as I said, if you charge these bad boys for 10 minutes, that's going to get you upwards of 2 hours of usage, depending on the volume that you put the earbuds at. Now, talking about charge times, and I do gotta rectify my mistake from the unboxing video, because I did say when you're charging the earbuds, it flashes red with a red LED, and then when it's fully charged, it goes off. That's my mistake. When you're charging the earbuds, it flashes red with the red LED, and then when it's fully charged, it turns green. Alright? Now, for reference, when the charging case is full, you'll have a green LED, as you see here. See? Green LED. When the charging case battery is at medium, you will get a yellow LED. When the battery case is low, it will be a red LED. And then when the battery case needs to be charged, you'll see a flashing red LED. I just wanted to correct that from the unboxing video. My mistake, y'all. Now, moving on to the overall charge times with the buds. Now, it's advertised as having a charge time of 1.5 hours. Now, with my testing, I was getting about, like an hour and 45 minutes to reach a full charge. Now, for reference, if you catch these earbuds when it says battery low, and you do get about 2 to 3 battery low warnings before they power off, and you charge them back up, it will probably charge up in about 1.5 hours. But for me, I was constantly running them down to completely dead, and I think that's why I averaged about 1 hour and 45 minutes for the earbuds. Okay? Now, if we're talking about the charging case, again, it was advertised as having a 2-hour charge time, and for me, and keep in mind I use fast charging all throughout my home, I was getting a little bit below 2 hours. So I was averaging an hour and 55 minute charge time for charging up the case. Keep in mind, I got fast chargers and fast wireless chargers all over the place. Like, these are all fast wireless chargers. That's a fast wireless charger. If I turn over here real quick, over there, those are fast turbo chargers. By my bed, fast turbo charger. Forgive the mess, but I got fast chargers everywhere, y'all. So anytime I plug anything in, I'm getting the absolute fastest charge. So your guys and gals results may vary, okay? Let me angle this back up. My bad, y'all. Just wanted to show y'all there. So in terms of the charging case, I was charging it up in about 1 hour and 55 minutes. Now, charging wirelessly, again, it was charging up for me a little bit faster. I was charging up in about about 2 hours and 45 minutes to about 2 hours and 50 minutes. So just below the 3-hour advertised mark, which is really good in my overall opinion. Now again, keep in mind, fast wireless charger, fast chargers. If you have a standard 5-watt wireless charger, it's probably going to charge up in about 3 hours. If you're using a standard charging brick with the standard provided USB-C cable, it's probably going to charge up in about 2 hours, and the earbuds will probably get you an hour and a half charge. Okay? So in terms of the overall charge times on the buds, I have to say it's really, really good. Now, if I had one gripe, I would kind of want the case and the buds to charge up at the same speed. So the buds charge up in about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. I would want the case to charge up in about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. But it more than is as advertised, and it is even better in some cases. So I really can't complain there, and I really do love to see the fact that they did incorporate wireless charging, so I can indeed use these truly wireless in my opinion. Alright, so good stuff there. So that goes over the charge times, and that goes over the overall battery life. Now let's briefly touch on the positives and the negatives of these earbuds. Then we're going to talk about pricing. I'm going to get into my final thoughts and give everyone an overall recommendation or two. So let's jump into these positives first, okay? Now, as I said, the build quality and design on this is really good. The overall core feature set is top notch. The overall sound quality and volume is top notch as well. The overall bass is really good. Now it has a really good microphone on board. The overall Bluetooth range and strength is top notch. The overall durability is top notch as well. And the overall battery life is good. Okay? Now, that pretty much summarizes all the positives, and you can indeed pick this up at a really good price. I'm going to explain to you how you do that at the end of the video. So that truly summarizes all the positives. Now, as I always do, I'll have a full list of the positives and the negatives thrown up in post, so please feel free to pause the video wherever you see said list that you're interested in and check it out for yourself. And as I always say, I am not perfect and I don't claim to be, so if there's a positive or a negative that I missed, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. All feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated. Just keep it respectful, please. Alright, so that covers the positives. Now let's get into these negatives real quick. And really, there aren't too many negatives here, y'all. Negative number one is, as I said, I don't like the build material. I would have liked a more texturized build material on this one. So the build materials definitely need to be improved, Earfun, for the next iteration. Negative number two, and this is getting into my usual gripes. I'm not a fan of status LEDs. Okay? I'm more a fan of percentage readout displays, so I would have really liked to have seen a percentage readout display on this one, because that would have taken all of the guesswork out of it. Okay, so that's negative number two right there. Okay, and yeah, other than that, probably a nitpick negative is the overall bass in these does need a little bit of improvement. But other than that, there's no other negatives to speak of. And in my opinion, the positives of these earbuds vastly outweigh the negatives. Okay? Now, let's go ahead now and get into the final part of this video. Let's talk pricing. Okay? Now, once again, these earbuds are available ranging in price from about, the lowest I've seen it was about $30. And regular retail pricing is about $60 now. Now, if you took advantage of these when they first came out, they were going for $80. Now they're down to about $60. Now they do go on sale all the time for as low as about $50, $40, anywhere in between there. Now for me, thanks to you guys and you guys using those affiliate links that are pretty much in every video on the channel, I was actually able to get these for about $25 and change. As I always do, I have a screenshot of exactly what I paid for these thrown up in post, because we're all about keeping it straight 100 around here. That being said, for that price of about 40 or 30 to 60 bucks, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick these up? And better yet, out of all the earbuds that I've taken a look at that have 4 microphones, let's rank these bad boys now. Oops. To close out the content. Sorry, y'all. Shaky Cam Productions. So let me get all these out. I'm not going to edit that out either. Okay? So let's get all these earbuds out here. Okay? So, here we have it. Out of all the earbuds that I've taken a look at with 4 microphones, where would I rank these and would I recommend them? Well, first of all, yes, if you have this type of money. So if you're looking for a pair of earbuds in between that $30 to $60 price point, can I recommend these? I would have to say yes. Okay? This is definitely a good set of earbuds, especially if you pick it up for a really good price. Okay? So, okay, full review portion done. Can I recommend these? Yes. That being said, out of all the earbuds in the 4 microphone series, where do these stack up? Okay? So, coming in at number 1, okay? And number 1 is what I would consider to be, in my opinion, the best set of earbuds for the money. I'd have to give the number 1 slot to the Mpow M9s, okay? For the money, and these regularly go on sale, you really can't beat these, okay? So number 1 position going to the Mpow M9s. Coming in at the number 2 slot, I'm going to have to give it to the Earfun Air, okay? Coming in at the number 3 slot, and this was pretty much a tie for 3rd place, you're really going to have a good experience with either of these two. So tying for number 3, I can give it to the Soundcore Life P2 or the Boltune 3rd generation truly wireless earbuds. And coming in dead last, we're going to have to give it to the Motast truly wireless earbuds, okay? Alright, so that's how I would rank these. So number 1 is the Mpow M9s. Number 2 is the Earfun Air. Tied for 3rd place between the Life P2s and the Boltune 3rd generation. And then coming in last place, we have the Motast truly wireless earbuds. Alright? And I'll leave links to all of these earbuds down below in the video description, so y'all can check out all of my extended coverage on them and make the decision for yourself. Okay? So, that pretty much does it, y'all. That does it for my coverage on the best Bluetooth earbuds with 4 microphones. Alright? Now, moving on, and I don't know if you saw it, but I did already pick up the viewer request. So y'all should see this unboxing video shortly, if it's not up yet. Y'all should see this unboxing video shortly, if it's not up yet. We did pick up the viewer requested item, and I am now officially going to put this one through its paces. So y'all look out for more extended coverage on these earbuds right here. That being said, that pretty much does it for this video. And I do apologize because this one was a long one. But as always, any videos that go over 35 to 45 minutes will be timestamped for your convenience. So please feel free to check out those timestamps in the video description, so you can jump around to parts of the video that you would like to know more about on the earbuds. That being said, alright, as always, if this video piqued your interest or you would like to know where you can pick up any and all of the products that I featured in this video, all the links to said products will be available down below in the video description. So as always, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Okay? I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. As always, I hope you found it helpful. If you did indeed enjoy the video and or you found it helpful, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. As always, if you'd like to see more content like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. Okay? That being said, this whole video here today was recorded using the rear-facing camera and or the front-facing cameras on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active in 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. So as always, please let me know what you think of the overall video quality, as well as there was no external microphone used in the recording of this video here today. So also please let me know what you think of the overall audio quality as well. All that feedback is greatly appreciated. Alright? I will catch everyone in my next video. We are out of here. I'm going to start testing these bad boys right here now. Alright, I'm hyped. I don't know why I'm so hyped, but I'm hyped. Okay, have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace.